Kelly with Soulful Creations, and you probably just got through watching my tutorial on the Joseph bag by Shamballa. So the Joseph bag also comes with a very cool strap pattern. So this is part 2 where I'm going to do a tutorial on the Joseph bag strap. So get ready. Hopefully you're done making your Joseph bag and you're ready to make your strap. And so get ready. I'm going to go over quickly the materials that you need for your strap for the Joseph bag. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use this 1.5 inch webbing. So this is seatbelt webbing. Okay, if you don't have webbing and you just want to do a 1.5 strap, then you would cut your strap at 3 inches out of your vinyl or whatever material you chose to use for your strap. So this part is going to be the bottom part of my strap, and it's 1.5 inches. Then I cut from my vinyl, I cut a 2-inch decorative strap. So this one is going to get folded into the center line, and it'll give me a 1-inch strap that I'm going to sew down the center of my webbing. So you can do this 2-tone strap, or you can just keep it simple and just use the webbing on its own, or just make a regular strap. But here's what's cool about this strap. So there's some details that we're going to add to this strap where it's not just a basic strap. So you're going to need to cut also from whatever material you choose, your vinyl, these 2 strap connectors. So this is strap connector A. So you need 2 of those out of your non-frame material. So I'm using this brown suede-ish type vinyl. Also, I have 2 of my strap connector B pieces. I have those already cut out, okay, with placement marked for my rivets. But we're not just going to have 2 of those. We're actually going to need 4 of those. So we're going to have this template, this cutout piece here, where I'm going to glue these to the back of this template piece. And then once it's all glued together, then I'm going to cut out. So we're going to end up with 2 pieces that are double-sided, okay? So we'll need that. We're also going to need 2 strap edge cover pieces, and that's here. And we'll need 2 stabilizer pieces, and she recommends Craftex. And so I have cut my strap stabilizer pieces from Craftex. Okay. Also, you're going to need 2 rectangle rings, 1.5 inch rectangle rings, a 1.5 inch slider or for your adjustable strap, and then 2 1-inch swivel hooks. Okay. And of course, some rivets. So this is basically everything we're going to need to make our Joseph bag strap. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let me move this hardware out of the way. I want to go ahead and I want to get these pieces prepped. Okay. And you may want to do this before some of this you may want to do before you even start your Joseph bag, if you're planning on doing some edge coating. I'm not going to edge coat these. I edge coated the last one, but I don't think this particular vinyl needs it. So I'm not going to be edge coating. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is just let me move these out of the way for now. But I'm going to start with these 2 connector A pieces. And we have this strap connector A margin template. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay one side right up at the top edge on the back side, and we're going to draw a line. So let me grab where'd my pen go? Thought I had it right here. Okay. Pencil's good too. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw. So we're going to use that to make a line across. I'm just trying to darken it up so that you can see it really well. Okay. Okay, so it will look like this on this side. Then we're going to turn it around and then put it up against the other side, and then we'll have another line. Okay. Just want it to be dark enough. Okay, so it will look like this, and we'll do the same thing for this one. Okay. And the other side. There we go. Okay, and once we have that line, those lines drawn, we can take some double-sided tape and we can place the double-sided tape right above that line on each side. Okay. Right above. Okay, just like this. And then since we have these little curves, they're very slight, but they are curves. Just put some tiny little snips there. Just right on the curve parts. Just very small. Barely 1/8 of an inch in. Okay, on both sides. Okay. I'm going to do this side. Okay. Then we can remove the backing from the double-sided tape. And we're going to fold into that line. Okay, easing in those curves. And we'll just go around. Okay. Just like that. Okay, just smooth that out. And we'll do the same thing over here. Okay. So let me move this out of the way. Tell John to hush. My son is so loud. Letting the dog out. Jazzy, tell him to keep it down, please. Thank you. It's never a dull moment in the Toll's household. Okay. All right. So once you have that, once you have those raw edges folded in, okay, just like that. Now we can take our craft text, our stabilizer, and it will fit right there on the edge. So on one half, okay, and I'm just going to glue that down. I'm going to glue that in place, and we will take our rectangle ring. So take one of our rectangle rings, and we're going to feed that on, and then we're going to bring those ends together like that. Okay. I'm just showing you. I haven't glued anything in yet. And I'm going to glue these together, or you can tape them together, and then we're going to top stitch around. Okay. So this is part of the strap in. Okay. So we're going to get both of these prepped, and then I'm going to have them, I'm going to glue them down or tape them down, and then we'll come back and we're going to do the top stitching. And then I'm also, in the meantime, while I'm gluing, I'm going to also go ahead and glue the strap connector B pieces down so that I can place the glue in the right place. What I do is I just kind of draw a little outline around. That way I get enough glue where I need to get it. So I just draw a little oval around it like this. So I know as long as I get glue in this area and then I'll put glue on the back of here, then I'll have enough glue. I'll have enough coverage to make sure that it's glued down completely. Okay. And then we'll get ready to come back and finish up those connectors. So I will be back. Okay, so I have my strap connector A ready, and it's ready to be top stitched. And also my strap connector B pieces are all glued together. So you see they're double-sided. And I'm also going to top stitch around those as well. And so you can or cannot do top stitch those, but I've chosen to top stitch those. So first, what I want to do on this one is I'm just going to mark, I want to mark where I'm going to stitch across just to make sure that it's the same on both. So I'm just doing like a 1/2 inch down. Just to make sure. Just want them to look the same. Okay, so let me hurry up before these clips start to leave marks that won't come out. Okay, so here we go. We're just top stitching. Okay, we're going to come across. And then I'm just going to put a little piece here so I don't mess up my vinyl with my feed dogs. And we're going to come back down. Okay. Make sure it's all matched up. Okay. So this one is ready. We have this one already. And now we'll do the next one. And this one. Okay, so those are top stitched. Now I'm going to top stitch these as well. And in the pattern, I don't think she mentions top stitching these. So it's just an option. I mean, you know, it's preference if you want to top stitch or not. I'm choosing to top stitch. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to pull the tails to the back and tie those off. Okay. Okay. So I have that ready. So this one is top stitch. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one, and then we'll come back. We'll start to get our strap ready and get it all assembled. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, so I have all my strap connectors are all top stitched ready. I punched the holes in the strap connector B pieces, and so I'm just setting those aside. I'm going to grab my 2-inch wide piece of vinyl here that I'm going to use to go on top of my webbing, and I'm just going to fold the long edge into the center line here. So we'll have no raw edges on this piece. So just getting everything together. Okay, so one side, and then we'll do the other side, and you just bring it right to the center. Okay, you don't have to worry about leaving any little gap because we're not going to be folding this a second time. We're now going to have a 1-inch strap. Okay, so just about finished. Okay, so now once we have that done, so we have our 1-inch strap, we can take our double-sided tape and we can run a strip right down the center on the wrong side. So we're just running it right down the center. And so you don't have to worry about top stitching through it. So, okay, now we can attach it to our webbing, or if you've made a strap, a 1.5-inch strap, then you would attach it to that. So I'm going to start at one end and I'm going to center it. So you can make a mark to make sure that you have it even. If you want, you should have a 1/4 inch on each side, but I'm just going to eyeball it, kind of following the lines of my webbing. Going right down. And just and I'm going to need to trim my webbing down because I I didn't really cut it to length. I just figured I'll cut it once I get this vinyl, as I measured the vinyl, but I didn't measure my webbing yet. Okay. Excuse me. So once I have that on, I'll just go ahead and just trim the end of my webbing down to match the end of my vinyl. And then, of course, I'm going to have to burn this webbing carefully here because we don't want it to fray. So I'm just burning the end of my webbing. Okay. So now we'll have a piece that looks like this. And now I'm going to top stitch on both sides of my vinyl. If this were vinyl underneath, I would have top stitched the sides of my vinyl. But since it's webbing, I don't need to top stitch the webbing on the side. So I'm just going to top stitch the vinyl. Okay, so right onto the webbing. So at 1/8 of an inch on each side. And I'll come across. And then I'm going to go back down the other side. Throw it over my shoulder. Okay, we have that all on. Looking good. Love the way that looks. I'll trim this little piece of vinyl down. Okay, so that looks great. All right, so now we have these little strap, what are they called? Strap end covers. We're going to take these two. We're going to fold them, the right sides together. So the short ends are together. And we're going to sew that at 3/8 of an inch. I'm going to make a little circle. We'll do the second one. Okay. And now we can turn that right side out. Be very careful. Okay. So we have these little rings here. Okay. just like that. Okay, so we'll set that aside, and let me just check here. Okay, so now we are ready to get everything assembled. Yes, okay. So now we can take our strap connectors, and we'll need our swivel hooks. We'll also need our rivets. So I'm going to grab, I'll grab the medium and the large, just to make sure that I have enough. Make sure they're long enough. Okay, so I'm just going to thread my my swivel hook onto my strap connector, and then I'm going to center it over this piece, making sure I'm covering up the edges. Make sure it is unevenly. Okay, and once I get one side, and make sure my hook should be nestled right down in there. Okay, and once I get that one side, I can mark the holes, the hole placement. So I'm just going to take my pen here, and I'm going to mark. Okay, and once I have that marked, then I can go ahead and I can punch the hole there. Okay. And now we can go ahead and get that. And I think I need the longer ones, so the large. So I'm going to take my rivets. If it's too long, then I'll switch to the medium. Okay, and I'll go through one. I'll go through this, making sure it stays straight. And fold this end over. Yes, I think the long is better. Okay, and then I'll take the other. Get that in. And then we'll put our caps on. And it should look like that. Very nice. Okay, so before I set those rivets, I'll go ahead and I'll do the other one. So again, we're going to get our hook on evenly. Get it on, slide it down. Make sure it's lined up. Okay. And I'll mark my hole placement. Punch my holes. Okay. And then set my rivet, get my rivets in. Okay, so make sure it's nice and straight before you go and set those rivets in place. Want to make sure it's straight. All right. Okay. A little glue on the back. All right. So that looks good. So let me get these rivets back up out of the way. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. We're going to set our rivets. I love the way that's looking. Okay, now we'll need our strap adjuster. Okay, so we're going to thread one side in, go up and over the bar. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then we can sew across to hold that down. Where we could go ahead and we can first, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead. First, let's put the strap cover on. Now, let's go up, up and over, up and over. There we go. And then we slide the strap cover up over to cover the raw edges. Isn't that clever? That is so clever. And I think I'll move it up just a little. There, okay? And it's going to look like that. And then we're going to place a rivet. But before I do that, I'm just going to stitch this down. I thought I pulled my thread out. It's just been one of them days. You ever just have one of those crazy days, you know, those sewing times when you just feel like you just do everything goofy? Okay. Or is that just me? Okay, so I'm just going to sew this down. Okay. Now I can slide my cover over. Just like that. Make sure it's covering up those raw ends. Okay. And I'm just going to clip that on the side. Hold it in place. Like such. So let me untwist this here. And then I'll just going to mark where I'm going to put my rivet. Just as long as it's in the center here. So about right there. Okay, I'm not just, okay. And then I'll punch my holes. You can put one rivet in the center or you could put two. I'm just going to put one. Okay. And I'm just going to press and then get my rivet. And I think a medium should do here. If not, then I'll grab a large. Okay, so get that in. Okay. Nope, I think I need a large. This seems kind of short. I don't want to risk my rivet popping loose over time. So let me grab a large. The these have a 10 millimeter post, and the others have a 9 millimeter post. So just a little bit longer. Okay. Okay. There we go. And by the way, I have my strap cover. I had it slightly off center so that I'm not punching a hole through the stitches. Okay, because I don't want to go through my stitches. So just keep that in mind too. Okay. So now we have that one set. Now what we're going to do is we're going to thread one of these on. So make sure it's the right side that you want it on. And I don't. Okay. Which way do I want it to go? Like that. Okay. And it's going to go like this here. Okay. Now we're going to take this end. Okay. We're going to go, make sure I'm doing this right. We're going to go up. Is that how we're doing it? Is that right?
I think.
Yes, that's right. Up, through, and over. There we go. I was about to question myself. Okay. So we have our adjustable strap. And then this one goes on the other end. And we're going to fold this over, just like we did before. We're going to fold that over. But before, I almost forgot again. Let's slide our other cover on. Okay. Which way is my right side? They both look good, but I know one side I think I was having this as my right side. Okay. That. Yeah. Oh, Jazzy.
I believe in you, Mom.
You believe in me. Thank you, Jazzy. You know what I've been going through lately. It's been so crazy. Nobody knows my pain. Okay. So now I'm just going to sew this down again like I did the other side. Okay. School's almost out. Got a few more weeks to go. Okay, so that's the back. And then we slide our strap cover up and over to hide the raw edge. That looks good right there. I have it slightly off center. And just like before, I'm going to mark where I'm going to put my rivet. I'm just eyeballing in the center. Here we go. And punch my hole. Gotta use some strength with that webbing.
Man.
Woo.
That's big.
Okay. And now get ready. Put my rivet on. And we can put this strap on and reveal away. Okay. Now, where am I gotta find where I moved it and can't find where I put my hole in. There we go. Yay. Yay. There it is. And get my cap on. Set my rivet. There we good. Make sure it looks straight. And here we go. Alrighty. Ta-da! Isn't that a good looking strap? Look at that strap. Doesn't that look good? Okay, so let's see how it looks on our Joseph bag. It's gonna look so good. Okay, so I'm gonna use this in. I'm gonna get that clipped over there. I'm gonna get this side clipped over here. And we'll adjust this, get it a little shorter here so we can see.
Oh, matches so perfectly. I said it matches so perfectly.
Oh, doesn't that look good? Look at that. I love those strap connectors. They're so nice. Okay, so look at that. That webbing goes so good with this faux suede. I'm loving this. So, this is the Joseph bag by Shamballa with this cool adjustable strap. I will have the link to the pattern, which includes the strap, in my description. Please like it, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I really love doing these tutorials for you. I hope you enjoy watching them. Get the Joseph bag pattern. Father's Day is not that far away, but Mother's Day comes first. Don't forget. But you can make this for your mothers, fathers. It doesn't matter. Okay? It is a nice unisex bag. Good for anybody. But get the bag, with the strap pattern, and get to sewing. Thank you for joining me on Soulful Creations.